these pigs out here. We've got over here, we've got seven breeders, six South and Ferdinand, and Midnight did not come up. So we came over here, and last night, apparently, maybe earlier today, she paired. Midnight is probably our best sow. In fact, hands down, she's our best sow. She normally weans just about all the piglets that she has. Um, she'll wean between 12 and 13 a lot of times. So I'm going to see if we can count how many piglets she had. I'm kind of curious. Let me know if you're on here and where you're from. I also want to make sure that this, I also want to make sure that you can hear me fairly well. Um, there are two of the piglets over there um, in the paddock over there where the Yukon and the pigs are feeding is where we were, and we walked over here to look for 'em. But there are two piglets there, and then right here we've got more. So there's three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like we've got 12 piglets in here, unless we find some more. Actually, I came over here to fix the fence. That's why I had the fence tightener there. But I don't see any more piglets. Most of them are right here beside me. They are not bothered by me at all. And Midnight, as you can tell, is not bothered by my presence either. Now, if Riley there starts barking at her, they will, that she'll go crazy and the piglets will go crazy. That's why I'm holding the dog. Ron Levin, Midnight did a very good job. Yes, she did indeed. She did an excellent job. Like I say, it looks like she got 12 this time around. Oh, and she's about to start letting them nurse. Makina and Andrew Fox, thanks for all your content raising on the ground, breeding hogs and purebred heifers. All hogs eat 60% of grass. I'm in Northwest Ohio. Good, good, good. Um, so, uh, glad to have you on here, Makina or Andrew Fox, whichever one, or both of you if you're on here. Um, Ron, the sow, that's her right there. See, I got her. She was a long drawn out story, but the short of it is she is a Hampshire sow that I got as a breeder pig. She didn't have the coloring. Hampshires have a white belt. You can see it on her front legs, but it usually goes all the way across the shoulders, across the back. And anyway, she didn't have it, so that's why they were selling her as a little gilt. Um, and she was an accidental find, truthfully. And she is the best mother I've ever seen. She's obviously got a little bit of Duroc in her, and that's where the brown or red comes in. You can see the brown with black spots, which is a very typical Duroc and Berkshire Cross color pattern. And then you can also see the brown with a white stripe across the shoulders or white belt across the shoulders, and that's very typical of a Hampshire, but it's usually black. So anyway, these piglets are kind of squealing and fighting. And Midnight's getting a little excited about it. I'm wondering, that one looks a little bit bigger. I don't know if she just came out bigger right there in the center of the frame, or if she's a baby from another sow. But anyway, with 12 piglets, she's got enough teeth to handle all 12 of them. We've got another sow that's ferret over there in the grass somewhere, and I'm not real sure where she is. I guess she may have gone up to eat over there. She did not earlier. Hold on, Riley. But anyway, Um, you see the piglet squealing, and looks like we've got the one on the right there has a herniated scrotum. It looks like. Uh, I've never had any with herniated scrotums from, so this would be just a real abnormal, real abnormal. But anyway, um, hey Chloe, Raven Shuck. So the markings like the brown with white belly over the shoulder, that's what you wanted this sow to be colored. No, she would be black with a white belt across the top of her shoulders. You can see the white on her front legs. On the other side, it goes all the way across. Um, it goes up a little bit higher, I mean, but usually that she'd be black, just like this, solid black with a white belt across her shoulders, just like that little brown one there, or what I call red. But just like that little brown one there has the white belt across the top of its shoulders. But instead of the brown and the black spots on the other part of that little piglet, um, there would be it'd just be black with that white belt. That's what you typically see in a that's what you typically see in Hampshires. Um, so uh, Stephanie says, "God bless." Thanks, Stephanie. Um, Raven, yes, yeah, white belt over the shoulders. Dowdle TV. I'm not. I guess that's one of us, but I'm not sure who that is. Um, Chloe says Fia and Char said hey as well, and Megan's on too. Anyway, I just came to pull this bottom line of the fence actually over there up. It was dragging the ground and got that done and walked over here to see Midnight having fared. She's out in the middle of the sun, and I have a feeling she'll take her piglets over there to the shade tomorrow. But anyway, Dowdle TV, are you somebody related to us? I don't know if that's one of my kids or somebody else on the TV. Um, Senior Citizen Steve said hi. Um, Mehmet Babican, how old is she? The sow is, gosh, she's pushing 5 or 6 years old now, which is really old for most um, breeders, I think. Um, Not necessarily old for pasture genetics, but in capo systems, they'll be after they have 3 or 4, maybe 5 litters. They're often gone, from what I understand. I'm about to do something foolish here if I can. Just sit, Riley. That one right there, that gilt, is much bigger than the others. And I think it's all right, Midnight. Mm, huh. Yeah. So that one right there is not supposed to be here. That's another sow's piglet. We're gonna take it off. Uh, we're gonna take it off to its litter mates over here. Um, y'all, sorry, I'm holding a pig and a dog. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Uh, this piglet is one of the others. So it looks like Midnight just had 11. Um, but this is one of the babies of these others. And let me turn the camera around. This is that's that one's litter group right there. Size wise, they're much more similar. Um, Forgive me for just a second. I didn't mean to get into this during the live, but I had the opportunity to fix this and needed to. I'm not careful. See, that's their mama looking at me right there. Uh, Much more screaming of this piglet, and she's gonna get real excited. There you go. She's got you back. Yeah, that's about a 3 or 4 day old piglet there. Anyway, so Riley and I are headed back over to midnight. Y'all have questions or comments about the piglets before we go? We don't have long this time around, but we wanted to give a chance to Charlotte. Okay. Uh Khaled says Karam. I guess you mean Haram. Yeah, maybe so. Anyway, why is Piglet so quiet? Well, for the most part, I was holding the piglet upside down by the feet, and they're usually a little quieter when held like that. They don't like being held like dogs or people do. Um, and then when I picked it up, it just didn't scream. Uh, she knew she wasn't supposed to be there. This is the short of a long story. Um, but anyway, sometimes that's the stuff we got to do. We're back over here with Midnight and her babies, and uh, so that looks like she's had 11, unless I'm missing some out here, and I don't think I am. So that should give Midnight a that should give Midnight's babies a chance to nurse. When farrowing larger groups of piglets like this is the thing that is often the most dangerous in my observation, because what happens is you'll get piglets from other litters coming and stealing milk from the mama. And if they're all born within the same day or two, it's usually not a big deal, because by the time these piglets are old enough to move around much, they'll move 10, 20 feet from the nest, but they're going to stay close to mama for the most part. But those bigger piglets, like the one I just dropped off, are those bigger piglets, like the ones I just dropped off, are going to be um, moving around a lot more, and they'll come steal the colostrum. Um, and then that's where we get um, that's where we get the problems, because they'll steal colostrum, and if the piglets don't get colostrum, they'll die right there, very very early on. So anyway, um, so anyway, um, anyway, uh, y'all have any other questions, comments? These are. Let me stand up and see the colorations again. Let me see if I can count. We got one, two, three, four, five with the typical Duroc and um, Burt cross. We got one that has the Duroc Hamp looking colors, and then five black piglets that are very typical of very very typical of your Berkshires. Well, one is a solid black piglet. Um, can you identify some plants near you? Sure. So This pasture is a larger one that the pigs have had access to for a while, so most of the really nutritious ones are gone. That weed right there with the thin little spiky stuff on it is called dog fennel. Um, I don't know that it's good for much of anything. We've got a bunch of annual grasses, like a ryegrass that's kind of reseeding in this paddock. And the pigs will eat that. They'll consume that mostly just to fill up. Um, as I walk back to the vehicle, I'll identify a few more. Let me get that fence line off the ground there. Midnight made her nest, as you can tell, right here against the fence, and it it shorted the fence out a little bit. All right, good job, Midnight. Good job, girl. Really good job. Um, you did really good, Midnight. Hey, girl. Hi. Good girl. Good job, Midnight. Good job. Nice piglets there. Really nice babies. No squashed ones. That's really good. We're gonna head back to the. Look, if I see anything of significance in the pasture plant wise, I'll show them to you. But most of these, the pigs in here would have annihilated. They've been here a little over 3 weeks now, I think. I'd have to double check my calendar. Um, when the pigs farrow, I leave them in the paddock a little bit longer. Um, so, but yeah, Midnight's done a great job. Her piglets are almost always the best looking pigs of any of our groups. The ones that look a little bit more like the Hampshire genetics are usually going to be a little bit shorter than the Duroc and the Berkshires, but otherwise, uh, they're doing really well. How many? Midnight does deserve a Mother's Day treat for sure. She's done an excellent job. Um, so in that paddock, it's probably an acre and a half. Um, it's a bit large if I want the pigs to maximize the forage value out of it, but really they're in here for farrowing. Um, I wasn't real sure about the timing on the farrowing cycles for this group of pigs, so um, that's why I left them in here longer. And they've got two shady spots, corner over there, Midnight's right there, and then back in here. So there's plenty of room to um, move around in there. In terms of the number of pigs, not counting babies, there are, hold on, we're missing a mom. We are missing a mother. Not counting babies, there are seven, but these seven pigs are, they probably have an average weight of 500 pounds apiece. So, that's what I would call three and a half animal units. Um, if I were just trying to strictly graze them and rotate them and maximize forage and land use, I would have those seven pigs on probably 3,000 square feet a day. Um, oh, here's the other. No, those are just the piglets. That's not the mother. Where's the mother? One, two, three, four, five, six. We're missing a pig out here. Don't tell me we had another fair one that I've missed. Those are that bigger group of piglets. Hold on, that's the oldest group of piglets in here. One, two, three, four, five. Yes. Those are about 10 or 12 days old. We've got another group of piglets. Oh, there's one right there. We've got another group of piglets in the not the next immediately next paddock, but the paddock after next. I gotta find the mama. She's somewhere in this tall grass nursing them. Again, there's midnight right over there by the edge of the fence near the privet. One, two, three, four, five, six. I bet the younger uh, mother is over here in the edge of the woods, and I missed her going over there. So, anyway, um, like you can see, there's not much forage value out here. There is some dock, although it's mostly gone to seed. If I see some more, I'll identify it for you. Um, my goodness, I don't know where the mama is. I thought she'd run over here with a bunch of babies, but it doesn't look like she has. I don't know. It may be that they're just circling around me. That's one of the problems with so much tall forage in a paddock. It's easy for them to lie down and overlook the location of the pigs. Um, who knows where she is? She's somewhere close by, though. I just can't tell. That's the aggravating thing about farrowing pigs on pasture, especially in larger groups like this. It's just hard to keep track of where each of them are right after farrowing. But again, we don't really intervene during farrowing. If there's a disaster or something, um, we'll try to bottle feed piglets or pan feed them if we have to, but that's a miserable experience. Um, so, how is your perimeter fence? Around here, the perimeter fence is woven wire. It's not in good shape, truth be told. But in this inside paddock, it is, as you can tell, high tensile electric. Uh, and that's much more effective, frankly, than anything else. Man alive, I don't know where. Okay, we got midnight over there. Another cell right there. That's two, three, four, five, six. Well, I'll be if I can find. All right, two. You there you are. Oh, it's not one of the mamas that yeah, it is one of the mamas. I saw her a minute ago. She's in the paddock. I saw her because her um she's engorged. She's just laying somewhere in all this grass nursing her piglets, and I just don't know where. Yes, okay, that's the mama of the older piglets. That's the older one. So that should be number three. That's why she's partially dried up. There she is. Okay. uh, there we go. I knew. I thought I was over here to her, but I was off of her a little bit. These piglets here are a few days old. I think 3 days old. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Right here. I knew that I was missing one of them. I just couldn't tell which one it is. So here's number three. Uh, she's a deer Berkshire that we've had on the farm for some time now. And one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. He may have one more piglet that's running with those bigger pigs over there. I don't know. But so three litters of pigs right here. And two litters of pigs for some new breeders we got over there. Um, and that's what we've got. Midnight is going up to eat now to check out what's over there. I don't know if you can tell. Um, there's the deer. There's Midnight going up to eat. If only pigs could wear a helium balloon, you'd always see them. Yeah, I've often wondered if I could get our pigs cowbells to wear just so that I could hear them. Um, but I don't. I'm not sure that you could get a noose, not a noose, but a collar to stay on a pig's neck. All right. Now this is the older group of pigs, older group of piglets from number one. He just plopped down to nurse them. Let me take you over here, show them to you. Now Midnight's babies are right there by that green pea post. You can see one of them right there. And this is that other mama right there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Piglets are nervous about me. Mama's not too nervous. She's just a little surprised that I'm here. But um, let me run over and show you these two new sows and their babies. In fact, it's about time to wean them now. Um, there are actually three sows here, but two of them have had litters. The other one, body condition, when I got her, was pretty low, so I'm giving her time to graze. Um, and then I'm going to have to go. We've got a, a girl choir performance this afternoon. Uh, while I'm walking over there, do y'all have any questions or comments? I'm happy to hear them. Ooh, this fence is on. Y'all are about to see me get shocked if I'm not careful. Um, There's some blondes of clover right there. Again, more of that little annual cool season grass. I guess it's ryegrass or something. Our warm season grasses are coming in, and in the next few days, hope I was planning on doing it last week. I'll plant this with our warm season mix of cover crops that we graze with our pigs, and they perform beautifully out here. Uh, when you get shocked, how much does it hurt? It depends on several factors, including how well I'm grounded. Um, I've had it almost knock me to the ground before. Um, and sometimes it's just a pretty hefty sting. Um, the like a bee sting or stubbing your toe, it's much worse than a bee sting, at least worse than a honeybee sting. But that's just my 2 cents. Um, the I've been wondering if I've been wearing my Apple headphones the wrong way. Well, that's the way I wear them because that's the way they fit my ears better. I realize you're probably being funny. I'm often made fun of about how I wear these AirPods, but truth be told, I'm more interested in function and comfort than I am the way they're supposed to be done. Uh, am I familiar with Carbon Cowboys? Yes. I don't watch a whole lot of their stuff because it's mostly focused on uh, other, still similar stuff, but not quite my most particular area of interest. Not quite what I'm doing, but I am familiar with them. Um, yeah, that's the reason it's focused on cattle, though. He lying. He never got shot. What are you talking? Oh, you mean shocked? No, I didn't get shocked just then. If I did, you'd have heard me whooping and hollering. Um, so I said I'm often shocked, but I did not get shocked then. So I'm kind of surprised. So this is Missy right here and Big Mama right here. They are Hereford and Berkshire crosses. The one in the middle, that's small, she's gaining a little bit of weight, starting to do a little bit better. That's a Berkshire sow as well. So their piglets, I guess, are back in the woods over there. Um, and uh, I'll walk over there, but they were bred to a blue butt boar. Blue butts are um, an F1 cross between a Hereford and a usually a Hereford, not a Hereford, excuse me. Blue butts are a cross between a Hampshire, that's the black with the white belt over the shoulders, and a um, not a Chester white, a those white pigs. I'm having to brain lapse. White pigs with erect ears. Um, and somebody help me out with the type of those pigs are. Um, anyway, that's and so they tend to be white with blue slashes on them. These are basically white pigs with some brown ones in here, and they're fairly large. I don't know where they've gone. I think one of the piglets was shocked by the electric fence, and they went to running over here somewhere. Oh, there they are. I just missed them. I walked right by them. Now they're asleep and they're not really paying much attention to me. But in a minute, they're going to realize how close I am. It's going to startle them and they're going to jump up. Well, that one Hereford saw me and was a little nervous. But those are the babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's 11. I've lost track now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brown ones. That may just be 10. I thought it was 11. Trying to count piglets is trying to like herd cats. You might be able to do it if you're good enough, but it is incredibly difficult. Anyway, y'all, thanks for hopping on and taking time out of your Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, depending on what part of the world you're in, or Monday morning for that matter, and checking out the farm. I appreciate your time with me. Um, we'll try to do a little bit more live stuff on Sunday afternoons. It's just hard to get. It's just hard to get the timing just right. Oh, about the other plants, that right there with the purple flowers is hairy vetch, and I love that stuff. Pigs don't graze it well, but it is very, very good. Um, maybe next time we can go live where we've got most of our pigs over here on this 20-acre parcel. We've basically just got Ferdinand and his harem, and of course, their piglets. So over here right now, we've got, gosh, on this 4 acres that's fenced in for pigs, 5 acres, whatever it is, if you count piglets and sows, we've got uh, 9 sows, 10 or one boar, and then, gosh, I've lost count, 11, 8, 16, 27, 47 or so total because of the piglets. Um, Midnight, are you letting them whoop up on you? Midnight's usually the top dog around here. And I'm usually fairly surprised when she gets run off of someplace. Um, now, Durock's a brown pig that you mix with. Uh, you deserve you deserve that Midnight. If I had 11 piglets nursing me, I think I'd want to cool off in the water too. Um, to make the blue butt, it's Hampshire and I've got one on the farm. I'm just having a brain lap. Uh, it's the base genetics of most commercial pigs. I just can't remember the name of the pig. I've got one that I'm about to cull, but she's not very good at performing on pasture. But anyway, well, I am going to put this fence back together and get it hot again. And after fixing it, and we are going to head on, finish feeding the pigs, and then head to a girl choir performance. Um, but thank y'all again for stopping in and saying hello. It's always interesting to see where everybody's from and what everybody's doing. Well, that's got a little draw on it right there. Let's see, 5.5 kilovolts, 5.8 kilovolts, two. There's something over there keeping that fence down, but I'm not real sure what it is. Um. Anyway, And I wish I could Google that real quick. That's driving me nuts. Anyway, I'll try to leave it in the comments when I think of it in a little bit. Well, y'all take care. I hope you have a wonderful day. We've got 10, 11, 21 plus 16. Is it? No, plus 15. So we've got 36 piglets out here, along with Ferdinand. And this is a new, let me turn the camera around. This is a new sow that we're going to try out, as is that one. They've, I don't know if you can tell, but they've got the hair rubbed off their back. Ferdinand's been working them over. Truth be told, they've been working him over as much as he's been working them over. Um, but anyway, well, y'all take care. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you back out here next week.